Hey guys, hope you guys had a good day today. We had that big old sell-off, $4 on Friday. It left us with that kind of goofy wick. So basically what we're looking at here is we have a potential M pattern playing out where we could see some continuation to the downside. Really about 429 or 426.6 would be about my target for that if that plays out. However, we are in this downturn right here in this black bear channel. But from a bullish standpoint, what we ended up doing was back from June 29th, this 438.2, which was resistance, got turned into support. So you can see we had resistance and then we gapped way over it. Now we've come down and we officially basically just kind of filled that price void that we have right there. So we did bounce off that level today and we did close back over the daily AEMA. We also do have a 2-day bullish engulfing candle. So the upside should be the favor. However, we have still not put a new demand in. So realistically, until we see an official new demand put in, there really is very few reasons to expect this to continue to the upside. As you can see, the last couple days, really the mornings have been extremely weak in the afternoon, and then the end of day was too. This time, the end of day, that last minute, if you watched it, we had almost a 50-cent push up in the last minute of trading. So overall, key resistance sits right here at 439.8. For this black bear channel, we got to see it break through 441.4. And support wise, we have the big one here at 438.2. And then we can see all the way down probably to 435, 436 area. Going over to futures here, same thing. We kind of have this little pattern playing out here. This one is not quite as much as an M pattern. This actually was more of a 1, 2, 3 move up. However, we did not get that move up and we're kind of just consolidating. If you really look at it on SPY, we pretty much since June 12th have been trading this 431.3 to really, you could call it right here at 443.8 range. Over on futures, same thing, but this one since June 13th, we've pretty much held the 43.74 all the way to 44.93 range. Our black bear channel, this is today's new candle, sits right here at 44.58 and support is all the way down here at 43.93. Key support, which we did get a little bit of a bullish engulfing candle here and a long wick off of this. So we have a really nice support here at 44.37 that we'll look to hold. However, on futures, you can see we did not retake the AEMA, and after hours here, we're looking a little weak. So interestingly enough, if you've watched after hours a lot lately in futures in general, they have been extremely weak compared to SPY. Yes, or I mean intraday. So yes, we did get this little gap up right here last Friday, which that was quarterly. So that makes a little more sense, or 2 Fridays ago. But since then, we really haven't had a ton of bullish pre-market movement. Going over to the Qs here, so same thing here. What we ended up doing is we came up and now we're pretty much establishing since the 12th, we kind of have a more of a double range here on futures though. So we have this 357 to really 357.6 as our support, and then we have resistance here right here at 370.4 to 371.5. So realistically, until we see a closure over this or a closure under this on QQQ and under this on SPY or over this on SPY, we're pretty much just in a consolidation range. So today we are holding support on the Qs here at 365.9. We did not retake the AEMA though. So you can see all these wicks right here, just a ton of just no direction. So CPI comes in 2 days. I put the numbers of what I'm looking for in my daily TA. So far, looking to get a pretty bullish print. However, I just don't think it's going to move the markets like good prints and bad prints used to. Markets already pretty much have the expectation that we're going to see 25 basis points of hiking for the next 2 meetings. And that's about a 92% chance or odds right now. So realistically, getting a good or bad CPI print would not change the outcome of those. And that's pretty much what used to really move pre-market on CPI days was markets basically had everything priced wrong And when they had everything priced wrong, they had to quickly price that back into the correct amount. So now we're pretty much just at expectation. So I don't really expect too much movement to happen on CPI day. Looking at the VIX here, you can see if you really zoom out, we're still in this longer bear channel right here, this right here. But if we zoom back in, you can see, and this actually matches with our bear channel right here on SPY. On the VIX, we're in a bigger bull channel since really back on June 22nd. You can see that that support sits pretty much right here at this key pivot point of 15. So we did attempt today to establish a new demand, which would have been right here at 14.83. However, we did not do that. We ended up having that little bit more of a sell-off end of day. You can see that we did get a green VIX close and a green SPY close though. So another phenomenon. Pretty much most pre-CPI days, so the day before CPI, have been pretty green days on the VIX though. So I am going to be looking for a green move on the VIX, and I do think we're going to end up somewhere in this pretty much mid to high 15 range. Overall, tomorrow, much like today, we really should expect a pretty choppy, just kind of tight range day. And then once we get through CPI day, probably Thursday and Friday, we'll start to see and look for some more movement. All right, hope you guys had a good day today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.